Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to Game & Watch review number 27. It's crazy to think how close we are to the end of this, and today we're looking at the 45th Game & Watch ever released, Donkey Kong Hockey, with the date of November 13th, 1984. It is also the third out of 3 Micro Versus System Game & Watches ever created, so with this review we've actually looked at every single Micro Versus System Game & Watch in my month of reviews, and this one has a blue theme where Donkey Kong 3 had a green theme, and boxing had a red theme, and everyone will know by this point that you open this up and inside you get these controllers which come out from the sides of the console, and you can use them to either play single player or multiplayer with a friend. And Donkey Kong Hockey, you're going to notice, is very much like Pong. But before we get into that, one thing I should mention is that the batteries go in here, and the last time I filmed a Micro Versus System Game & Watch, I actually did film a little segment that I didn't include with the video that showed how the batteries go in. It's a little bit interesting compared to how the other Game & Watches take batteries. So I'll probably include that here. It's kind of a big thing. It's such a pain getting the cover off of these, I find. So to do it on video, I don't want to risk breaking something in the moment, but yeah, so I'll include that little bit of a video there so you can all see how it's done in case you ever get a Micro Versus System Game & Watch of your own. But yes, this is exactly what we're looking at here today. We have, as usual, the main Micro Versus System Game & Watch unit with our controller 2 and our controller 1. And yes, as I was mentioning, this is very much like the Game & Watch adaptation of Pong, where you have Donkey Kong on the left, Mario on the right, and you are playing hockey with the point of obviously scoring in the other player's net. We have Game A, which is just your typical, you actually play as Mario against Donkey Kong, which is so strange. We've looked at so many Donkey Kong Game & Watches throughout this month of Game & Watches, and yet you never actually play as Donkey Kong. It's always playing as Donkey Kong Jr., or playing as Mario, with just Donkey Kong being a feature in the game. And then Game B is multiplayer, as we've come to expect from other multi-screen Game & Watches. And right now, this is the time demonstration, but alright, let's actually get a little bit closer to the screen here. That should hopefully be good. And alright, let's play some hockey. So, unlike regular Pong, you can actually move in 4 directions here, as would be implied by the D-pad, up, down, left, and right. And you kind of have like a 3x3 grid that you can explore here, with the goal, of course, being to catch the puck with your stick, and then shoot it back at the other end. Whoever gets to 10 points first wins. There are those kind of brackets in the middle moving up and down, and when the puck hits those, it will either go from moving straight to moving diagonal, or if it's already moving on a diagonal and it hits one of those, it will start moving straight. So that's kind of, messes up the trajectory of the puck if it touches one of those. When the puck hits you, it will automatically be bounced back, but if you press the button at the perfect time, you will shoot it back even faster. And right there, I accidentally moved before it registered as touching Mario, so it didn't count as being pushed back. And I didn't even touch anything there, and Donkey Kong let it score on himself. So, alright, he's up 2-1, but we can come back here. Alright. Yeah, nice. So, tied game 2-all. I do love, though, I think it's so cool how there are just so many Donkey Kong Game & Watches, and there's actually, at least one that we did not look at in this month of Game & Watches. Despite the fact we've looked at a lot of them, and I've definitely tried to spread them out so that they're not like, they weren't all in a clump. Tried to spread them out, like every 3 or 4 days we would look at a Donkey Kong Game & Watch. So hope you enjoyed that. I just think there's so many cool Game & Watches out there, and particularly Donkey Kong ones are so interesting, and it's funny how, Mario here is paired up with Donkey Kong. That definitely was like a, a combination that was solidified even back then. And accidentally moved there, so alright, we got 3-all going on. That's a very good game, though. I can imagine this getting really intense with another player. It's probably my favorite multi versus system Game & Watch, because you can't go wrong with a good game of Pong. And I think that having the the 3x3 grid that you can move on, and the the mechanics in the middle of it changing from being diagonal to straight, it's cool. And see, what happened there was I pressed the button too early, so Mario raised his stick and the puck actually went through me because I did that. So you have to be careful of that too. There's lots of little things you need to pay attention to in this game. So sometimes that guy appears in the middle, and he's kind of just like a shield or a blocker, where if the puck hits him, it'll just bounce back off of him. That's kind of interesting. But see, I'm Canadian, so I should be good at hockey. Hopefully there's like no people out there who haven't heard of hockey. I know it's not as big in other parts of the world as it is in like Canada. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. I always anticipated. I want to press the button early, but then I press it too early. That's definitely a strange mechanic. I think it's funny that the puck can just go right through you like that. Alright, come on, Donkey Kong. Don't be cheap now. Can't possibly block everything I'm shooting at you. There we go. Oh, we have a big comeback coming up here. 7-4. See, sometimes it's better to just not press anything because it will bounce back off you automatically like it did right there. But you want that extra speed, I think. Like, does it help or does it not? He seems to be, you know, blocking my shots anyway. Yeah, maybe not pressing anything is like the smarter move. Then it really is kind of like a game of Pong. Also, is it smarter to be like at the farthest back? Or should I be more in the front? I think that probably has something to do with, you know, if you're in the front and you shoot it quickly, then maybe there's more likelihood it will go in or something. Like now. No, then you just got it right back. Shoot. That's scary. Oh, finally. Alright, we can still do this. 7-5. Still some leeway here. Remember, again, it's first to 10. So, unfortunately, Donkey Kong Hockey was never... Oh, no. That was kind of a weird thing. Donkey Kong Hockey was never featured in a Game & Watch Gallery game. Boxing and Donkey Kong 3 were both featured in Game & Watch Gallery 4. But yeah, Donkey Kong Hockey didn't get any representation, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because it's actually a really good game. Oh, shoot. Alright. We gotta get 5 goals before Donkey Kong gets one more. Come on, score on yourself again like you did before. I'm battling more with this guy in the middle than I am with actually Donkey Kong. Ooh, that was lucky. Oh, again, press the button too early. Oh, no, I gotta pull the thing out of whack. Ah. My gosh, they're going to revoke my Canada license for that. But yeah, it's just such a cool little game. I don't know what they want from you sometimes. Sometimes it feels like you're really giving Donkey Kong the old heave-ho, and then he just doesn't, you know, have any kind of give to him. And then other times I didn't even have to touch anything and it went in his net. So I call shenanigans on that one. And of course, Game B is, once again, the multiplayer mode. I highly recommend, if you ever have the chance to check this one out. Again, it's a lot like Pong, so if you've played Pong, you kind of get the gist of what Donkey Kong Hockey is like. But I like it. I think it's really cool. It's neat to see a Nintendo spin on that. So thanks for joining me for this final Donkey Kong review of our Game & Watch month. I hope you enjoyed that, even though I'm sorry it wasn't too successful there. I hope you'll join me next time for another Game & Watch review. So thanks, and hope to see you then.